Hello, Dr. Nicola Siso here, and I am so excited and super honored to be here with Dr. Joel Fuhrman. He is a pioneer in health research and leading the way to understanding the chronic diseases that many of us are suffering from today, the root causes of diabetes and heart disease. He has a number of very influential and powerful books out there. The number one being The End of Diabetes, I highly recommend, and then his latest book, Fast Food Genocide. I'm going to turn it over now to Dr. Fuhrman. He's going to share with us how toxins get into our food and cause the health conditions that many of us are suffering from now.
Well, my message is that food is the most powerful medicine, and people don't have to have diabetes. It's reversible. You can melt away the atherosclerosis, lower your blood pressure, lower your cholesterol, get rid of your diabetes, drop your excess body weight, and heart attacks and strokes simply don't have to happen. And there's no reason to let it happen to you. So when we eat foods that are low in nutrients, we build up free radicals and other toxins in our body. One of the toxins that ages us and ages diabetics and causes kidney problems and macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, are called advanced glycation end products. And the high levels of glucose circulating in your bloodstream, when you eat high glycemic carbohydrates, the more you build these advanced glycation end products that build up and create disease. But food also produces a lot of toxins in the way we cook it, especially when we cook animal products like meat or chicken, when you fry foods, when you barbecue, when you grill foods. The heat causes damage, causing heterocyclic amines and N-nitrosamino compounds that are carcinogens. And now, of course, the World Health Organization has classified processed meats and overly cooked meats and red meats as a class 1 carcinogen, is in the same category as asbestos and cigarette smoking. And what I'm saying right now is these toxins worsen and accelerate diabetes, they promote weight gain, and they promote the growth of bacteria in the gut that cause inflammatory and toxic compounds. So it's not just the toxins in the foods themselves, but when you eat a diet high in sweets or high in meats, it produces a certain type of bacteria, and those bacteria produce compounds that are toxic, like trimethylamine oxide, which causes atherosclerosis and inflammation in the interior walls of your blood vessels. So it's a complicated question, but the bottom line is when your diet is largely these colorful anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, anti-heart disease, and anti-diabetic foods that encourage weight loss. They have anti-angiogenic effects. That means they don't let fats build up on the body. They're anti-diabetic, anti-angiogenic, anti-fat storage, and our diet is mostly greens and beans and nuts and seeds and onions and mushrooms and root vegetables. And we know that when we eat these colorful produce as the major source of calories, these diseases that plague Americans simply doesn't have to happen. Nutritional science has made so much advances in the last 20 years that we can win the war on cancer right now in America. We can stop dementia, and you can be part of having a great, healthy life that with control of your health destiny, without the fear of what happens to every other American happens to you. We can live to be between 95 and 105 years old in excellent health with these advances in modern nutritional science.
Wonderful. Wonderful, and you include a lot of this in your End of the Diabetes book, correct?
Right. The two books we're talking about today that I think I'd like people to learn more about are The End of Diabetes, which whether you have high blood pressure and high cholesterol and diabetes, don't control it with drugs, get rid of it, become non-diabetic. We're talking about type 2 diabetes being a killer, but it's a killer when you take medications and you still have the diabetes. The only way to protect yourself is to get rid of it, which food is the answer, not drugs. And of course, my book, Fast Food Genocide, my newest book, which is people find it very fascinating, a lot of information that are so critically important. Because, a lot of people know that eating fast food, frankenfoods, processed foods, and the American diet style creates an epidemic of cancer and heart disease and strokes. They understand that. But they don't know that 1 in 5 Americans are now mentally ill. They don't know the relationship between diet and processed foods and mental illness and major depression. They don't know how it causes loss of intelligence, loss of creativity, and of course, damage to the genes that we pass on to future generations, increasing childhood cancer, learning disabilities, autism. It's just there's so much going on that people have to learn about in this field of knowledge, in this field of nutritional advances.
Thank you for all your work that you've done, and your contribution to my program has been remarkable. I share a lot of your knowledge with my students, so I'm very excited and honored again to be here with you.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Best of health to you and happiness, and best of health to all you listeners.